Hey guys, it is Mo with our first recorded Mornings with Mo on today, September 12th, 2023. And our first story on our Newsy News morning is Hawaii's Kilauea volcano erupts for the third time this year. So awesome times. Apparently, in addition to fires, we may be getting another eruption. So also volcanoes. Let's add dumpster fire volcano to the list. Uh, the Kilauea volcano on Hawaii's Big Island began to erupt on Sunday afternoon, which flows currently confined to the surrounding crater floor, the U.S. Geological Survey said on Sunday. Webcam images show fissures at the base of the volcano's crater are generating lava flows on the surface of the crater floor. Hawaii's emergency management agency wrote on X, "For the love of God, just go back to Twitter, okay? Can we just go back to Twitter?" On the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, the eruption does not pose a lava threat to the communities, though. Volcanic particles and gases may create breathing problems. So be smart if I have any viewers in Hawaii, which there have been stranger things that have happened this year. Be careful if you're breathing the air. The eruption was preceded by a period of strong seismic and rapid uplift of the summit, according to the USGS, the agency of elevated Kilauea's aviation color code from orange to red as it evaluates eruption and volcano alert from watch to warning. It closed the location in a closed area of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Kilauea is one of the world's most active volcanoes. In 2019, a string of earthquakes and major eruptions in Kilauea led to the destructions of hundreds of homes and businesses. It has just not been a good string of luck for Hawaii, and I hope that everyone dealing with the fires there and, the past volcano stuff really is getting all the help from locals and other people, not Oprah, that they can get. But that's our first story. In, more ridiculous Jack Murphy news, and probably what you came here to see because of course you did, and we all love a train wreck. Uh, in Chatterbait news, Virginia House Democrat candidate performed sex acts with husband on webcam for tips. I did look this up. She is neither dating nor married to Jack Murphy, but I did look it up. A Virginia Democratic candidate for state's House of Delegates performed sex acts with her husband online and asked for her virtual audience to pitch in with tips, the Post has learned. Susanna Gibson, a mother of two young children who is running in a competitive state race to represent District 57 in Richmond, showed quite a bit more than skin on the adult streaming website Chatterbait. Um, Look, I don't know her web name, but I'm sure Enterprising Salberts can find that out and post that on Discord. According to the screenshots archived materials reviewed by the Post, the 40-year-old nurse practitioner hosted more than a dozen uh, of the live screen romps with her husband on the platform, which were then posted to a publicly accessible archive on the website Returbate on September 2022 after she declared her candidacy, the Washington Post first reported. The unconventional candidate had more than 5,777 Chatterbait followers, whom she repeatedly pressed for more tokens in exchange for certain acts in private showings, adding she was raising money for a good cause. Hey, you know what? If she isn't asking me to pay off her student loans, I say kudos to this woman. I have rarely voted uh, Democrat, but if this woman is, paying her own student loans, and I don't live in Virginia, but I am willing to vote for her. 100%. Stop asking me to pay off your student loans. I paid off my own student loans because I didn't finish off college, and honestly, whatever. But still, she's not asking me to pay off her, nurse practitioner degree. I and she's found a creative way to get her husband involved too. I say God bless them. And, what a way to get election donations. Only fans for all political candidates from now on. She does, uh, well, the hot wife experience, again, as far as I can tell, still not married and or dating, Jack Murphy, but a live shot from one of Susanna Gibson's Chatterbait videos. She only got 1 like, so she got 100% of likes for views, so good. In other videos, she suggests that she and her husband have tried swapping with other partners as she is ethically non-monogamous but he doesn't like sharing. Aw, poor cuck. Well, you can tell by his eyes that he's slowly dying inside. I'm sure that his parents are very proud to know all of their smexy time stuff now, and their kids will be so excited to know that mom likes all the peen on the PTO, and at least they'll go to Washington knowing mom's a hoe, publicly, which, I'm sure won't do anything to their small little child psyche. Like that time when I don't watch the Kardashians, but apparently Kim called, Kanye really upset that one of her children realized she has a sex tape out there. You know, just a pro tip, and thank God I did all my craziness before video and all sorts of recording devices were easily uploadable to the internets. But, you know, possibly, just possibly, uh, don't. Just just don't. But, good like I said, good for you. Don't ask me for money for your student loans. If you guys want your student loans repaid, get on Chatterbait like this woman. Take one for the team. Uh, you know, don't ask me for money. Gibson also thanked her viewers after tokens arrived, and her husband, a lawyer, in at least one case echoed her request. Chatterbait's team's terms and conditions state requesting or demanding specific acts for tips may result in a ban from the platform for all parties involved. In a statement to the Washington Post, Gibson called the posted videos an illegal invasion of my privacy designed to humiliate me and my family. Ma'am, you done Jack Murphy'd yourself. I mean, I don't know if your husband engaged in pegging, looking at the soul dead look in his eyes. I'm gonna guess he went full Jack Murphy, but I'm wildly speculating here because I'm a mo on the internet, allegedly, sir, as you are a lawyer. Um, but you put yourself on Chatterbait as the hot wife experience. You have gone to claim that you're ethically non-monogamous. I You have done th again, you done put alright, we need the whiteboard of truth to explain things. Let's invigorate me for a minute. Alright, so let's splainerate some things. So, ma'am, this is a dead marker. Back to Old Faithful purple. Alright, so this is the internets, okay? Beautiful internets. And this is your bedroom. Can make a nice little pillow over here. Okay? Now, normally, these 2 things don't get connected, alright? We don't know anything about these 2 things together, but you and your let's put you and your mini menses, because you was ethically non-functional or whatever, ethically non-monogamous, so you just got all the menses, and your husband with, the sad eyes over here. Alright, so this is you and your husband. This is you and your menses. See, no one would know about this except you done chatterbaited all of this on the internets. See, you done took all of you, your husband with the sad eyes, and the menses, and you done put them on the internets. So it's not us trying to humiliate you. You done put all this mess on the internets. Thank you for my name is Mo, and this has been my TED Talk. Okay, so it hasn't been, like someone digging up your secret stash or something. You done put it on the internet, okay? All right. My political opponents and their Republican allies have proven they're willing to commit sex crime to attack me and my family because there's no line they won't cross to silence women who speak up. Ma'am, Mens's bedroom, this would have all been secret until they spoke out with Tucker Carlson. Had you not put this on the internets, okay? It's not like, you did this back in the '80s while smoking crack, allegedly. Okay, Imma need you to pipe down, Rosa Parks. The candidate's attorney, Daniel P. Watkins, told the outlet that the archived videos violated Virginia's revenge porn laws, which makes it a Class 1 misdemeanor to maliciously circulate sexual images or another person's nudity with the intent to coerce, harass, or intimidate. Yeah, those kids aren't gonna she just looks like she is, she looks like she wants to talk to your manager. Do you think she would talk to the other men's manager? Like, "I would like to speak to someone else's manager." A lawyer cited in a Virginia appeals court ruling in 2021 that it was illegal for a man to secretly record his girlfriend during consensual sex encounter, even if that video was never shared with others. We are working closely with state and federal law enforcement, Watkins also said. Her campaign did not immediately respond for a request to comment. Gibson is going up against Republican David Owen, a former home builder, for the November 7th election, as Democrats are seeking to regain their majority in the 100-member Virginia House. Republicans currently control the lower chamber by 3 delegates, 49 to 46. Democrats lead the state Senate 22 to 18. Gibson launched her campaign July 22 and raised $376,895 during her campaign. However, we don't know how many Chatterbait tokens. I'm just saying, look, if it works, it works. I am not a prude. I'm just saying, if Jack Murphy got you in there, stick with the formula, ma'am. I mean, your son and daughter are sweet, but if it paid off your student loans, look, I am wildly speculating, you guys. I don't care. I think, oh my gosh, compared to $339,621 dollars raised by Owen's campaign, according to the campaign finance website. I don't know if Owen got any Chatterbait coins either, so I haven't looked up David Owen's Chatterbait account. I don't know if he has one. He might have OnlyFans. He might be a purist. We don't know. Again, allegedly, This is not where you come to get hard-hitting news. If you can't take a joke, I don't know how to help you. However, she maintains that just 77,437 on cash on hand after going head-to-head in June 20 Democratic primary with opponent Bob Shippey. Owen has retained $166,179 of his funds after facing no primary challenger. Um, so note to self, wear a mask if you're gonna go on Chatterbait, preferably Scream or Chewbacca if you have one, or possibly a furry mask. I'm just saying, if you're gonna run for Senate, and I'm sure this guy is not being made up fun of at his law firm, allegedly. Don't sue me, y'all. I have literally only got Sailor Moon stuff, so if you would like a whole bunch of Sailor Moon stuff and cross-stitch kits I have not finished, then by all means, come at me, bruv. But, you know, it is it is what it is. Our next story is my plea to the beautiful Miss Britney Spears. Please, ma'am, lovely ma'am, stay single for a bit. Britney Spears' rumored boyfriend, Paul Richard Soules, says she is a phenomenal woman, and I have one word to say to you, miss, possibly just stay single. Get yourself a puppy. Get yourself 5 puppies. Get get yourself an emu and a llama and, like, 6 llamas, I and an entire animal rescue. Maybe stay away from the menses for a minute. Just be happy with you. Don't get into a cult. Stay away from all Scientologists, allegedly, and Tom Cruise, but maybe don't get in a relationship. Maybe marriage isn't for you. I am just throwing these things out here. I am not a life coach. I'm just saying perhaps working on yourself might be the best option. Paul Richard Soltz has nothing but sweet things to say about rumored girlfriend Britney Spears amid her split from Sam Asghari. I don't know. She's a phenomenal woman, Souls 37 exclusively told Us Weekly of Spears 41, following his own court appearance for allegedly violating his probation. Again, Britney, Britney, you are 41, you are fabulous. Stay single, ma'am. You don't need a menses, especially one on probation. She's very good, very positive. She's a good person, he said. Although he wouldn't divulge details about the pop singer, Soltz added he still sees Spears and she's doing great, following her split from her husband of 14 months who filed for divorce on August 16th. He also referred to Ashigari, or whatever his name is, 29, as a great guy. Souls has a criminal background that includes charges for multiple misdemeanors, such as disturbing the peace, child endangerment, driving without a license, in in addition to felonies for possession of a controlled substance for sale, possession of a firearm. Seriously, ma'am. Look, look, I understand that you have just gotten off a BS conservancy. Stay away from the menses. If you feel the need for male companionship, get yourself a fry. Cuddly, fluffy male puppy. They're nice, they're good, you can take them on a leash, you can crate train them, and they're loyal and nice, and they're not gonna screw you over. Please, ma'am, for the love of God. They also aren't on parole for felonies. Soltz, who's always also a father, noted he wasn't really worried about his ongoing criminal case and thought it would be dismissed. Okay. No. No, no, no. Look. Oh, no. No, no. She definitely has a type, and the type is called jail. That is a pr that w ma'am, if he looks like he just got out of prison, no, ma'am, you can take Miss, look, Miss, if he looks like if he is on probation and has the little ankle monitor, look, K-Fed looked like he was permanently on an ankle monitor. "Miss, I understand that you like the bad boy. Get you some puppies, okay?" I don't generally give out life advice because I'm generally a hot mess, but Imma need you to just get some puppies, okay? That's my life advice. In other news, the government has possibly decided to step in on the very important things in our life because the government is always right. And our important things, spicy food challenges have a long history, but have they become too extreme? Now, I know you were thinking inflation, the border, crime, but no, it's the spicy chip challenge. Now, a 14-year-old influencer did just recently pass away, so it is a very sad story, and I'm not trying to make light of that. But again, I'm with the government and I'm here to help, regulate stupid things and not solve any real problems. Awesome. New York AP, a tortilla chip maker's decision to pull an extremely spicy product sold as, quote, one chip challenge from store shelves in following the death of a Massachusetts teen has renewed attention on the popularity and risks of similar dares marketed by brands and spread widely online. Spicy food challenges have been around for years, from local chili pepper eating contest to restaurant walls of fame for those who finish extra hot dishes. People around the world have been daring each other to eat especially fiery food, with experts pointing to the internal rush of competition and risk taking. But extremely spicy products created and marketed solely for challenges and possible internet fame are more recent phenomenon, and teens are particularly exposed to them because of social media. Associate professor of psychology at Florida International University, Alyssa Trunco, said, "There is a, quote, glamorization of these challenges on social media," Trunco said. "You see a lot of likes or comments indicating social status or popularity of these challenges, but you don't see a lot of negative consequences like trips to the ER or other injuries." Look, look, teens are gonna do stupid stuff regardless. Eh, when I was a teen, I mean, kids did dumb stuff regardless of the internet. I think we're forgetting that nearly every I mean, in the '70s, you had kids that were hitchhiking and huffing model airline paint. I mean, look, or you had those kids who thought, honest to God, thought that drinking soda and Pop Rocks together were going to, explode your stomach. And they still did it thinking that I mean, kids were eating Tide Pods or licking ice cream and putting it back, which is a major sin. So, kids are dumb. Teens are dumb. Alexander DePoli, an associate teaching professor of marketing at Northeastern University, added people may put themselves through discomfort and share it online for a sense of in-group belonging, similar to offline challenges as a game of truth or dare. YouTube series called Hot Ones, for example, rose to internet fame several years ago, along with videos of celebrities' reactions to eating spicy wings. Meanwhile, restaurants nationwide continue to offer in person challenges, from Buffalo Wild Wings Blazing Challenge to Hell Challenge of Wing Kings in Las Vegas. In both challenges, patrons over 18 can attempt to eat certain amount of wings doused in extra hot sauce in a limited time without drinking or eating other food. Chili pepper eating contests are also regularly hosted around the world. Last year, Gregory Foster ate 10 Carolina Reaper chilies. He also burned his anus, I'm sure. Just why? Why would anyone do this? This seems like the dumbest thing in the entire world. Look, Griffin, my youngest and most feral, wants to eat a Carolina Reaper when he grows up. I want to be nowhere near that when that happens because I know as soon as he finishes eating that, he is going to touch his eyeball because or try to pick his nose because he is uh, if given his current attitude, that is exactly what's going to happen, which the World Records has named the hottest in the world at a record time of 33.15 seconds in San Diego, California. In most cases, people will choose to participate in challenges that they trained for and don't consider to be truly dangerous, but a line is crossed when someone gets hurt, DePoli noted. While autopsy results for 10th grader Harris Woolbaugh are still pending, the teen's family alleged that the chip challenge is responsible for his September 1st death. The product, manufactured by Paqui, instructs the participant to only eat the eponymously named chip and see how long they can go without consuming food or other water. The sales of the chips are largely driven by people posting videos on the social media of them or their friends taking the challenge. They show people, including teens and children, eating the chip, then reacting to heat. Some videos show people gagging, coughing, and begging for water. Since Woolball's death, Paki has asked retailers to stop selling the product, and some health experts have pointed to potential dangers of eating such spicy products under certain circumstances, particularly depending on the amount of capsaicin, a component that gives chili peppers their heat. But there are plenty of similar products remaining online or on store shelves, including Red Hot Reaper's One Chip Challenge, Blazing Foods Death Nut Challenge, Tube of Terror Challenge, as well as Wilder Hot Toys Hot Ones Truth or Dab Sauce game. Associated Press reached out to each company after Package pulled its own products but did not receive a response. DePauli said it's not unusual for companies to engage in viral marketing. It is unusual, however, to have something where the brand actually wants you to put something on your or into your body. He said companies don't want to be liable for that. Despite warnings or labels specifying adult only use, the products still get into the hands of young people who might not understand the risks. Well, yeah. Look, don't eat really spicy food. I don't know what to tell you. It's not look, be careful. Don't be a dumbass. Um, in other people who, uh, when walking becomes upsetting, Chinese authorities arrest two for smashing a shortcut through the Great Wall with an excavator. Look, the Great Wall is long. You can't go around it. You can't go over it. Might as well go through it. These people possibly thought that they were going to solve something. However, unlike Genghis Khan, who might have given them a medal, they got arrested by Xi Jinping. China's Great Wall has been pierced by Genghis Khan, the Manchus, and now allegedly a couple of construction workers named Zhang and Wang who wanted a shortcut. The Associated Press wrote this stuff. I am just reporting things. Authorities in China arrested two people for smashing a path through a section of the ancient wall, a cultural icon and a United Nations protected heritage site. The area of the breach was a broken down section far from the restored segments most Chinese and foreign tourists are familiar with. The government of Yuyu County, hundreds of kilometers or freedom units miles west of Beijing, showed a dirt road cut through a section of the wall against a rural landscape, along with the two suspects identified as a 38-year-old man surnamed, Zhang, and a 55-year-old woman surnamed Wang. The pair wanted a shorter route for some construction work they were doing in nearby towns, the government report said. The section lies in a province, I'm gonna say Senki province in the western extreme of the wall, parts of which were constructed 2,000 years ago. Look, walking, 2,000 years of history. Look, when you have a job to do and you don't wanna walk, I totally understand it. Look, I get it. They'll put it they're in construction, they're gonna put it back together later, I get it. It's relatively well preserved and holds important preservation and research value, the local government said. China places immense pride in the system of towers and connecting walls wide enough for carriages to pass that stretches approximately 8,850 kilometers or 5,500 freedom units, miles, built mainly during the Ming Dynasty that lasted until 1644. In that year, the Manchu tribespeople from the north overcame China's defenses and took over the empire as the Qing dynasty. Look, I don't know. The wall was subsequently abandoned and plundered for bricks and stone by the local villagers, only to be revived by the communist government as a symbol of patriotism, mass mobilization, and resistance to outside pressure. So, I mean, really, they're only doing what, you know, they're really just following history. They're gonna reuse it to build something else, and then they're gonna restore it like the communist. They should be happy. They're reenacting history. The Yuzhou County government said the arrests were made after a report of the breach was received on August 24th. It said the two suspects were in custody and further legal action was pending. Y'all will never see these two people ever again. Um, Godspeed, you two people. Uh, ha Godspeed. You've you've had you've saved all the steps you are ever going to save. Uh, in its citation of the Great Wall, UNESCO described it as reflecting the collision and exchanges between agricultural civilization and nomadic civilizations in Great China. It provides significant physical evidence of far-sighted political strategic thinking and mighty military and national defense forces of central empires in ancient China, an outstanding example of superb military architecture, technology, and art of ancient China. So, these people will never be seen again. Unlike Portland, these people will not be given parole. You will not see these people again. And yeah, hopefully their family will not also be taken in for questioning because we know that things like that happen in China, allegedly. And in science news, we have figured out men. Well, we meaning science. I haven't. I, I can barely figure out me. But science have has fully sequenced the Y chromosome. Men, you are one step closer to being fully eliminated. Just kidding. Sort of, sadly, unfortunately, the way the current, culture is going. It's the final genome frontier. Let's see. Together, more than 100 researchers from across the world, uh, for the first time, have fully sequenced the male sex chromosome. That's a hate fact. There is no male sex. Does it identify as the male sex chromosome? Maybe it's an X chromosome that lost its other bit. The final mysterious piece of the human genome. Just a few years ago, half of the human Y chromosome was still missing from the reference. The challenging complex satellite areas, Monica Shavova, co-lead author of a research paper on postdoctoral scholar in biomolecular engineering at the University of California, Santa Cruz, said in a news release, back then we didn't even know if it could be sequenced. Look, men, you are very puzzling. You are very puzzling and weird. Who knew? And we always thought women were complex. Apparently, y'all missing that one dangly bit, and generally we think of you as the ones with the dangly bit. It's the missing dangly bit that we found confusing this time. Research unveiled Researchers unveiled their findings by publishing a paper in the Journal of Nature. The complexity of the structure for the male sex chromosome remained elusive for decades. Finishing off the sequencing adds 3 million new bases to the human genome reference and reveals 41 additional protein code genes. There you go. Way to go, men. 41 additional protein coding genes. You bring 41 additional things to the table. Never let it be said that you don't bring anything to the table, men. You have got at least 3 million new bases and 41 additional protein codes. This could provide pivotal insight for research and reproduction. We still need you, men, for now. Quote, now we have this new 100% complete sequence of the Y chromosome. We can identify and explore numerous genetic variations that could be impacting human traits, disease, in a way we weren't able to do before. Uh, oh, why is I had the sentence. I love it. Uh, in a way we weren't able to. Dylan Taylor, co first author and Johns Hopkins University geneticist and doctoral candidate. Ooh. Thanks to the repetitive molecular patterns in the Y chromosome, the sequencing was tricky, but new technology and bioinformatics algorithms look, this is a lot of sciencing, which means mathing, revealing the structure of sperm regulating gene families. We completed the wire diagram for all these genetic switches that get activated via the Y chromosome, Michael Schatz, a professor at Johns Hopkins, said in a news release, many of which are critical to the genetic contributions to male development. Hate fact, there is no male development. We are all Newtopians. There are no male differences. This man is a biologist. How does he not know this? I am pre-medicalology and I know this. I should what has he listened to the science? We're at a point where science can start using this map. Some of the DNA of the Y chromosome is organized in palindromes or long sequences, potentially spanning more than a million base pairs that are the same forward and backward, which can make it a particularly tough to read. And on top of that, since a substantial portion of the Y chromosome sequence was missing from previous attempts, the complicated Y chromosome was made especially tricky to read. The new method of sequencing allowed the team to pinpoint precisely where the inverse occurs in the palindromic sequence. So basically, you men are confusing, which if you've ever been married, um, we done already knew that, but we women are just as confusing. So look, we are confusing to each other. You guys are palindromically confusing, and we women are harmonically confusing. This is coming from me as a woman. I only speak as one uterus bearer, so I don't know. But I'm gonna say for me, my hormones are confusing too. So, any hoozle, apparently we have done mapped you out. We know all about you men now, and we can design experiments to done figure you out more. We have figured you all out, and now we will start, I don't know, improving you or doing something. I'm sure science will figure out a way to make this terribly creepy and horrifying because l y lately, science seems to only be doing this. And now Babe saves his own bacon. Our final story for today, piglet falls off a transport truck on Ohio highway. A piglet that fell off a transport truck onto an Ohio highway was rescued by police and will have a new permanent home. The Ohio State Patrol said troops responded to the side of US 35 in Ross County on a report of a pig running loose. OSPH shared a video of the troopers chasing after a piglet, which apparently fell from the back of a transport truck. This little piggy did not make it to market, the OSPH said in a Facebook post. The piglet, now named Pearl Pancetta, oh, apparently it was a girl, so it's not Babe, was taken to the Ross County Humane Society. Officials say that Pearl was healthy aside from some road rash and is being cared for by a volunteer. Pearl will be joining some pot-bellied friends in a few days where she will live out her life and not become pancetta. Aw. Now, I can't play this on Brave because the video just will not work and won't have sound, but if you'd like to just watch it and it will not have sound, we can do this. So, again, this will not have sound, but apparently they have they have found the piggy and it will not be bacon, and I am okay with that. Oh. Oh. Uh, you know, definitely look, I I like the pot-bellied pig. That pig look, I'm not saying I love bacon too much. I'm glad that this particular pig, this babe, or babette is gonna be safe, but look, I will say 1 pig, but I like my bacon too, so I'm glad we ended on a happy note after, orangutans are jerks as well, so I hope that you guys enjoy this recorded Mornings with Mo. I forgot today that we have the Carla Rentella at 8:45, so I'm already a little bit late to that. But hopefully this works and you guys will get your fix of Mornings with Mo, and we will have that going for you. So have a wonderful time. Join me after that for Carla Rentella and or be part of the playback crew, and I will try to have some more stories at noon coming out. I've got some random things like the, communist MLM part multi-level party kind of like pyramid scheme thing that are guys that are burning American flags outside of the Jason Aldean, concerts. I really don't have a dog in that fight as I don't really care for Jason Aldean and or multi-level marketing schemes and communism. So, I really don't care for either of I don't care for any of the trio of these things, so I'll laugh and point at all of them, but I will see you guys later. Please like and subscribe if you liked this video, and if you didn't, thank you for at least watching and giving me a try, and remember, you might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you are welcome here. We are a crazy, fun group of people who are always welcoming, so have a great time, get a cup of tea, and join us for all of this stuff. We'll see